That's a great question because it's like I want everybody to know that professors at the university they love all the students because they know we are there because we really want to, right? So if you have this passion, you can start whatever you are. You don't like I continued to work my job in accounting while I was in school. I didn't quit my job, but I started building the new future one class at a time, right? Like so this present moment that I have it started back in 2007 when I took my first class in college, right? My English 101.
Welcome to Inspired Choice today. I'm your host, Caroline Biesalski, here to bring you authentic stories, surprising lessons, and powerful takeaways to fuel your journey in business and life. In each episode, I'll take you from one inspiring guest to the next, blending their experiences with my expertise to uncover practical strategies you can use right away. Whether you're starting out or stepping up, stay tuned for insights and actionable tips that make a difference. And stick around until the end for a special freebie just for our listeners. Hello and welcome, Inspired Podcast community. This is your new episode. My name is Caroline and my today's guest is Zulma Williams, and I'm so happy that she said yes to our interview. How are you doing today?
I'm great. Thank you for having me, Caroline. How are you?
Oh, I'm fantastic because I get to know you more and we have a
Thank
conversation.
you. Okay.
I would like to introduce you to the audience. So you are originally from Buenos Aires, Argentina. You immigrated to the US at 31 and you began your Bachelor of Social Work program at 42, graduating at 46. 2 months after graduating, you were diagnosed with breast cancer, and despite life's challenges, you pursued your Master of Social Work at age 50 and now run your own mental health practice. You are known as the swearing therapist. You bring authenticity, resilience, and humor to your work, helping clients navigate life's toughest moments with raw honesty and compassion. Welcome to the Inspired Podcast. Wow, Zulma Williams.
Thank you.
What an amazing bio. And I have a question for you, of course, to start with. What inspired you to start your mental health practice and embrace the swearing therapist persona?
Okay. So I always had a passion for helping others, and I had people come to me and say, like, oh, I have never shared this with anybody. And I was working in an accounting department. In a big corporation. And I was like, I don't think I want to do this for another 25 years. So I started school. And despite the health challenge with the cancer, I was like, no, it kind of like came to show me how bad I really wanted to do this. And as I started getting better, I pursued my master's in. I would call myself a swearing therapist because I do swear a lot when I'm with my clients, but it's because I like to keep it real. Life is full of challenges, but we all have the capacity to overcome them. So I'm helping my clients find that. Internal strength to overcome their challenges, and I just keep it real.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing. This is very inspiring to me
Thank you.
and to the audience as well. And my next question is, how did your personal journey, including a cancer diagnosis, shape your approach to therapy and client care?
Absolutely. So um, when I received the diagnosis, I was kind of like at the beginning I was like, why me? But then I switched the question to why not me? I have mom, I have sister, I have nieces, I don't have children, but I have my friends, and it was kind of like, well, if it wasn't me, would I have preferred that it was one of them? And of course the answer is no. So I was like, okay, what can I learn from this? right? And I made a decision to fight, and spoiler alert, I won. So far, I won the fight, right? 12 years cancer free. So I bring that authenticity to my office with my clients because everyone that I encounter has 100% track record of success to their challenges because we all go through challenges. But the fact that you are here means that you overcame all your challenges, right? And it's not going to be different with this one. So when I have a client maybe saying like, "Oh, I'm too old to go back to school," I started my master's at 50. What is your excuse? English is not my first language, right? So you are barking at the wrong tree. Just say I'm not passionate enough, or whatever it might, I'm too busy, whatever it might be. But it's like, well, I did it, so you cannot tell me that it cannot be done, right? Like, so I have a tendency to use a lot of examples from my own life because I want to show that it can be done. You can do whatever it is that you set your mind to. So it's kind of like gaining that, like winning that battle over your brain, because it's like, no, you can do this if you really, really want to. If you have the discipline and you take the action, that's what I did. So here I am. So I incorporate all my life experience into my therapy because it's impossible not to. It's so hard to differentiate. Oh, this is Sulma, the cancer survivor, and this is Sulma, the therapist. I am that person, right? So I just bring it all to the meeting with the client, and I know that the clients that I have, so I'm not everybody's cup of tea, and that's fine. But the clients that I connect with, they really appreciate my authenticity and that I bring myself into the office.
Oh, thank you for your answer as well. Very inspiring. And this remembers me of the saying, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, right? Or the teacher shows up,
Absolutely.
and you always will have the right students, or also the right teachers that are attracted to you.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
Wow, what a great interview. I love it already. Okay, I have.
Thank you.
Of course. What advice would you give to those considering a career change or new educational path later in life?
Um, that's a great question because it's like I want everybody to know that professors at the university, they love all the students because they know we are there because we really want to, right? So if you have this passion, you can start whatever you are. You don't like I continued to work my job in accounting while I was in school. I didn't quit my job, but I started building the new future one class at a time, right? Like so this present moment that I have, it started back in 2007 when I took my first class in college, right? My English 101, because I was going to turn 50 with a degree or without the degree, because the time passes by always. So if anybody has this burning desire to take their lives in a different direction, you don't have to destroy where you are in order to build a new. You can put that energy into building the new while you are still doing what you are doing. So it's not about destroying where we are. It's about putting some energy into building the new. And then when the new is ready, then you make the transition. So if anybody has this desire, like, oh my God, like always wanted to do a podcast, or I always wanted to take that class, that dancing class, or I go for it. What is it you're going to lose if it doesn't work out? You're going to be where you are now, but at least you try it, right? So if social work didn't work out for me, I always can go back and do accounting, but how would I have known if it worked for me or not if I didn't try it? So it's a matter of doing it. Stop, like, get out of your head and thinking about it and start taking steps to create that action. And then you start building that future, which to me, it took 5 years, right? Like four of my bachelor's and a year for my master's. But in total, it was like about 8 years because I took a break to take care of my health. But again, like I would have turned 50 with or without the degree. So I'm glad that I pursue my degree so that I can be like, oh yeah, okay, I can do what I'm passionate about in, again, like if it doesn't work out, I can always go back and do accounting.
Yes, I understand, but you will never do this, right? Because you decided you don't want to do this anymore. There's something better or something different waiting for you, and you took the opportunity. You took inspired action, as we call it, because yeah,
Right. So I created the opportunity, right? And I took the steps I was like, what do I need to do in order to be a therapist? Oh, I need to go to school. Okay. So I enroll in school, right? Like after 25 years that I graduated from high school. And again, English is not my first language. And yet 3 credits at a time, so one class at a time, I graduated with my bachelor's, right? So it's kind of like even if you take one class at a time, you are going to get there because you are taking action. So you don't have to take 15 credits right now, but start with the English 101. Who cares that you are taking 3 credits a semester or 6 credits a semester? Eventually, if you don't stop, if you continue doing this, you're going to graduate.
that's so true. And I can confess here, I started at 35 with my wish to study psychology. And
Oh,
it took
perfect.
11 years. So it was like I was like giving up or something. And then came the COVID and we stayed at home and then I could do this online courses. So 11 years for my for my bachelor's degree, but I did it. And I'm
But
so
you did it.
yeah.
The reason why you did it is because you didn't stop, right? If you would have given up on year number two because it's taking too long, you would have never graduated. But who cares how long it took? The important thing is that you have your degree.
Yes, that's so true. And yeah, I love what you said. So we have something in common. Also,
Yes,
and I love what you said. Something the quote was, "You will turn 50 anyway, so if you can use this the time you have and turn your dreams into reality, right?"
absolutely. The time will pass regardless. I mean, we're already in the new year, right? Like, well, where did 2024 go? And we are already in 2025. So the time will continue to pass. What we do with that time is completely up to us.
That's a great message. Thank you so much. And I would like to ask you about your coaches and mentors. Do you have coaches and mentors for yourself? And who was the best coach you ever had?
So I had my therapist that inspired me. So actually, she was the inspiration to. I was like, oh, I want to do what you do, and align with like everybody all my life telling me like, oh, I have never shared this with anybody. She was such a great support because not only she inspired me to go to school, but also she believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself, right? Like, so her faith in me that despite all the challenges that I went through, and I was like, oh, I can now do this. And then she's like, of course you can. You just have to slow down at this point or, taking a step back and then when we are tired, we need to rest. We don't need to give up, right? Like, oh, I'm so tired, I'm gonna give up. No, if you are tired, you need to rest. So she is the one who was my mentor, and then I had another mentor in the school, one of my professors who she was my professor for my bachelor's, and then she saw me, she knew about my diagnosis, and then she saw me come back at 50, and she was like, oh my God, I'm here for you no matter, whatever you need. And it was such an important role because, again, like, she believed in me when I was so overwhelmed. I was like, and they, the two of them were like so important in reminding me that we just need to take it one day at a time, and we're going to get there.
Wow, that's so important. Yes. So a mentor saves you time as well. And she was encouraging you to continue, and you could borrow her belief in you finally.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Wow. Until you build your own belief in yourself. This is so beautiful what you described. And please tell us where we can find you when people want to reach out to you after listening to this episode.
Of course, thank you. My Instagram is this swearing therapist. I have a lot of videos in my Instagram about mental health, anxiety, grief, all those kind of things. And then my website is dragonflytherapyservices.net. I am licensed in Nevada, but if anybody is outside of Nevada and they have a question, please reach out to me. If I cannot help you directly, I certainly will do my best to provide you with resources.
Wow, that sounds amazing. Thank you so much. I'm inspired. And of course, I would like to know if you set goals for yourself or intentions, and what is one of your next projects.
Absolutely. Yes. So I set intentions, especially in the new year, rather than resolutions. I intend to be more involved in doing the podcast and relaying my message. And the big intention for 2025 is to write a book about my stories. So I'm super excited about that.
I love that so much. So we are connected now. I will follow you, of course. Please reach out to Zulma. She's amazing. She shares her knowledge and wisdom. Not many people have this, what you have, and you can share it, of course. I love it. Thank you so much for our interview. And now is time for your final thoughts to the audience, please.
Absolutely. So if you woke up today, that means that your mission in life is not complete. So get up, keep pushing through one day at a time, and then just enjoy and embrace yourself. Enjoy life to the best of your ability. And again, if you are tired, take a rest, but never give up.
Thank you so much. This was the best message. It was
Thank
directly
you.
to me, something I needed to hear today. Thank you for
Okay.
inspiring us.
Thank you for having me. It's been such an honor. Thank you.
And see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening to Inspired Choice today. I'm thrilled to have you on this journey of growth and transformation. Don't forget to hit follow or subscribe to stay connected and never miss an episode. And here's something special. Grab your free 20-minute breakthrough session with me. It's designed to help you kickstart or level up your business. Just check out the show notes for more. Until next time, keep making those inspired choices, and see you in the next episode.